Hey everybody, and welcome back to Jay's Retro Reactions. Today we're going to be reacting to the winner of our recent horror movie poll, which is George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead. I have seen this movie before, and in fact it's one of my favourite zombie movies, zombies actually being my favourite genre in horror in general. So this is not going to be a first time reaction, but I do hope I'll be able to share with you some of the trivia I've learned over the years by loving this movie, and that you'll be able to enjoy that and maybe learn something new while you watch it with me. So as usual, enough of me talking, let's get on with the show.
The guys in the crew are going crazy. A couple of them have flown the coop already. I don't know how long we're going to stay on the air.
Okay, we're at a TV station. The zombie outbreak has happened from Night of the Living Dead, and everyone's gathered in to listen to the broadcast. They have all the experts on giving their opinions about what this outbreak means and where it came from.
The dead are returning to life and attacking the living.
I'm not so sure what to believe, Doctor. All we get is what you people tell us.
And of course, the makeup and costume design here was done by the famous Tom Ravini, whose apprentice actually does Creepshow on Shudder and did all the zombie makeup for The Walking Dead.
Gibbons wants them.
Kill him, Dick. Tell Gibbons to see me.
Responsible public figures like yourself that this situation is being dealt with irresponsibly.
And an interesting fact here is Dario Argento so loved, that Italian horror master, so loved Night of the Living Dead, that he invited George A. Romero over to Italy to write the script, and in fact reviewed the script for Romero.
You're dropping like flies. I think Foster's right. We're losing.
We're blowing it ourselves.
Well, I'm just after seeing on the credits that the soundtrack was done by the Goblins in conjunction with Dario Argento as well. So he was evolved a lot around the outskirts of this movie.
Yo, officer, stop those men. Lucas, get back here on the console. Damn. Get somebody in here who can run this thing.
And they're still worried about ratings, despite the fact there's a zombie apocalypse after breaking out. But as many of you are probably aware, this movie in fact is about consumerism and materialism. And this is a perfect example of that already coming into play.
They kill for food. They eat their victims. Do you understand that, Mr. Berman? That's what keeps them going. If we'd listen...
If someone does know, because I actually don't know the answer to this, did the whole zombies eating people and eating the brains come from Night of the Living Dead, or did it come from an earlier zombie film such as The White Zombie? I've heard of it but never seen it.
Citizens will be moved in the central areas of the city. The bodies of the dead will be delivered over to specially equipped squads of the National Guard.
The government is herding people into one spot. You cannot stay in your own home even if you're secure and have supplies, which to me seems like a stupid thing to do because you blatantly centralized everybody for the zombies to come and eat.
We've got to survive. Somebody's got to survive. Now, you be upstairs at 9 o'clock and don't make me come looking for you.
So this guy is planning to do a runner and he wants to bring this girl with him. Is she his girlfriend? Or wife, maybe? I don't remember, actually.
People in this project are your responsibility. We don't want any of them hurt, and neither do you.
So this apartment building won't comply with the government order to get out and go to a central location. So the cops are going to forcibly move them out.
Hey, you ain't gonna talk him out of here. You gotta blow him out.
Just stay cool, okay? When you go in there, don't pop off, all right?
I'll be okay.
This older cop looks like he's ready to go no matter even if they give up.
Let's go!
And the young cop just got wiped out just like that.
Get the other road! Rico, look out!
I presume this whole scene is to symbolize the breakdown of society that would happen in a zombie apocalypse. Because can you imagine what would happen if that actually really happened? People would just go berserk. Good old tear gas. If all else fails, throw in the tear gas.
Come on, you little bastards!
This guy is still firing. He doesn't care that they're surrendering.
Willie's gone ape shit, man.
Willie has gone apeshit. He's just blasting everybody, no matter what. Willie's gonna start blasting his own the way things are going.
Not that room! Not that room!
And Willie had to be taken down by his own guys, and for good reason.
Jesus Christ.
So here's our first zombie.
Shoot it, man.
What's he waiting for? Shoot him! Ah, he said to shoot it in the head. I wonder, is that where the whole shooting the zombies in the head came from as well? I actually don't know. So again, another interesting little bit of trivia. Well, I thought so anyway. Tom Savini, the master of special effects, actually had the zombies created to look grey. But because the budget for this film was so limited, it was 15 million, they had to use a very special, cheap type of film. And unfortunately, that film, the way it captured the grey of the zombies, it came out as a blue tint, and they couldn't afford to redo the makeup, so they had to just go with it. But it's not what either the filmmaker or the special effects guy wanted. This zombie's hungry. He's taking chunks out of this woman. Now we see people offing themselves because they can't cope, which again I think would probably likely happen if this happened in real life.
You was in Willie's unit, wasn't you?
I didn't see nothing. I didn't see how he died.
So these two guys are now hooking up as buddies.
You running?
I do remember reading somewhere that the tall black actor was not the first choice for George A. Romero because he thought the height difference between the two actors, the two male leads in this movie, was too great. But he put him in a screen test after the actor begged and begged to be cast, and he loved the screen test, so that's how he got the part.
I could run right tonight. Friend of mine, he's got this helicopter.
So is he going to offer this guy a ride on a copter with his girlfriend or wife?
Just let me pass. I go up the 7th floor to find my sister. Just let me pass. The people of 107 will do what you wish now.
I think these cops have given up being cops, so they don't care.
You are stronger than us. Well, soon, I think. They be stronger than you.
Well, that's a nice little prophecy there from that priest.
We must stop the killing, or we lose the war.
Well, he's making a fair point. Every time you kill someone, you create a new zombie. And just through sheer numbers, the zombies are forcing them through the barricades and onto the cops. Yeah, I think these two guys are going to look at this and say, let's leg it. Screw this job. Is one of these people a relative of the black officer? No, he's just doing them a kindness. As they said in Z Nation, I give you mercy.
Why do these people keep them here?
Because they still believe there's respect in dying.
Interesting comment that even though they've turned into zombies, they still respect their dead. I would actually say, if it was me, it's probably for a different reason, that they still had hope that they somehow could come back to normal.
Give him 10 minutes.
Steve?
No.
So this guy and his wife/girlfriend are meeting the cop who's probably going to bring along his new buddy to get out of here because they think it's all over. And I presume this is the network helicopter for news events and stuff that they're stealing.
Just stay cool.
Hello.
So these cops are going to try and nick the helicopter now.
How many will that thing hold?
Hey, man, I ain't going nowhere. Nothing I can't drive myself.
That's true! Something happens to him and we'd be stuck! We'd be stuck!
This guy is really hamming up the acting. The guy who, we'll be stuck.
You and your friends are running in the GON traffic.
Just like you, dude. Did it take you long to work that out?
We caught your friends here stealing company gasoline.
What do you mean, friends?
They know, Raj. They're running too.
To be honest, I'm with the other cops. I think I prefer to be in the armored car than the helicopter.
Where you headed?
Downriver. We got an idea. Maybe we can make it to the island.
What island?
Any island.
That's actually a good idea in a zombie apocalypse. Head to the islands surrounded by water. But it depends which zombie movie you watch, because if you watch the movie Zombie, the Italian horror movie, you would see that they travel underwater and one of those zombies actually took out a shark. So, who knows? So let me know in the comments what you would do in a zombie apocalypse, how you would defend yourself, and where would you go?
Are any of you leaving people behind?
An ex-husband.
An ex-wife.
You, Peter?
Some brothers.
So I guess it's everyone for themselves. They're all leaving family behind in most cases, and ex-partners, which they wouldn't care about at this stage.
See you, man?
Most of the time.
So he is the boyfriend. Okay. So they have no real plan. They're just flying around hoping to find somewhere suitable.
Those rednecks are probably enjoying the whole thing.
So we can see there's still plenty of survivors at this stage that are trying to combat the zombie outbreak and take them down. Local militias joining with the army. They're having a good old party. And again, another interesting bit of trivia. They couldn't really afford to pay the extras in this movie. So what they did in the shopping mall, which they actually rented out a real shopping mall, they gave a free bar. And most of the extras ended up totally pissed out of their brains. And George A. Romero felt they acted like zombies better when pissed out of their brains. So he kept the free bar going. And it ended up one night they got so drunk that a couple of extras drove the golf cart you'll see later in the movie around the place and caused something like $10,000 worth of damage. Okay, looks like they're landing now at some airfield or gas station maybe to refill. Looks like an airfield. So you see how this zombie's eyes look like he's stoned? As I said, he's more than likely pissed out of his head on free booze.
We've got to see what's left in the hangars.
I wouldn't be going wandering around on my own without any weapons, at least. Wouldn't it make more sense for the helicopter pilot to refuel the helicopter and for the cop with the weapons to go searching around the place? Just me, but that's what I would do. Getting spooked by the wind there, buddy. I don't know if I'd ever be desperate enough to go for vending machine coffee, because the couple of times I've had it, which I've been in hospitals, it's been awful. See, I knew this was going to happen. At least give him the hammer, girl. That other zombie's walking so slow you'd have time to get there and back 4 times over. Well, to me, it doesn't look like this girl is too interested in him. That's all I'll say.
Run!
At least bash it in the head, guy. You don't want it eating someone else. Why does this guy's head look like Frankenstein? The rotor blades cut his head off. The top of his head off. Now he takes the rifle? Seriously? Kid zombies are the worst. Kind of like that scene in 28 Days Later where Cillian Murphy goes into the restaurant looking for a cheeseburger and has to kill a kid. I wonder, was that a homage to this movie? Behind you, guy! This helicopter pilot is the worst shot. Yeah, I think it's time to get out of there, guys.
Peter, my God, what are you doing?
Scary, isn't it?
100%, because that pilot dude nearly took out the black guy with his poor shooting.
We're getting out of here fine, Peter. Just as long as there's not too many of those things around, we can handle them easy.
It wasn't one of those things that nearly blew me away.
So that's an interesting comment. Black Cop is actually correct in saying that the humans are almost more dangerous than the zombies in times like this, and it's a sentiment I think I probably agree with.
We don't even know where we're going. We don't have food, we don't have water, we don't even have a radio. Stephen.
Not very well planned now, were you? You'd have think they would have at least brought the bare necessities, water and food for 3-4 days. I can understand the Black Cop because he was brought on at the last minute, but the other three had been planning this.
Oh my God.
No chance, forget it. Let's get out of here.
Wait a minute, they can't get up here.
Yeah, and we can't go down there.
Let's check it out.
In fairness, a shopping centre or shopping mall, whatever you call it, would be a very good place to hang out in because lots of food, lots of water, would have security shutters and barriers on the shops and would have cameras, etc. So it would make sense. The only problem I think with that idea is you'd probably have loads of other people thinking the same thing, so you'd probably end up in clashes with rival humans.
Guess the power's not off in this area. Could be nuclear.
What are they doing? Why did they come here?
Some kind of instinct, memory of what they used to do.
Interesting what he said there, that power is not off because it's probably nuclear, right? Because if a real life pandemic or apocalypse happened, even if you managed to survive the apocalypse, there's so many nuclear power plants in the world that would melt down without human control to watch over them and regulate them. You'd die by radiation poison. The world would end that way anyway.
What do you think? This is the only way up here. What do you think?
So it seems like they're hiding out in the stockroom of some supermarket or store.
There's an awful lot of stuff down there that we could use.
I know it.
It's a big place, but they're pretty spread out down there.
They are pretty spread out, and they're pretty slow, and they're very drunk. So I think it would be fairly easy to go down and take them out with your auto rifles, guys.
Come on, we gotta at least check it out.
This is exactly what we're trying to get away from. Look what... Stephen!
Leave him be, we're going ourselves.
Exactly. You're more safe with that guy asleep rather than putting a gun in his hand helping you.
Keys to the kingdom.
So it looks like they found the security office and got the keys to the entire shopping mall or centre. Pretty empty so far. Man, I would have loved that job as an extra on this place, man. Imagine being in a movie which turns out to be a classic movie, plus getting free booze the entire time you're there.
Let's check those keys. 15 upper and lower.
Right here.
How about a little music?
What?
Might cover the noise we make.
Or the music may also attract the zombies to a certain point where you can corral them and shoot them. And again, you can see why this movie is about consumerism and materialism, because even the dead have to go shopping. Everything from a dead nurse to a dead Hare Krishna. We've got them all. That guy in the tank top definitely looks drunk as hell. And again, even the dead want money. That reference to consumerism and materialism again. That guy on the floor is probably just one of the extras passed out from the drink. don't think you have to hide, guys. You got plenty of time. They move so slowly. Just pick them off one by one.
They're maniacs.
Oh, and here comes the pilot with the shotgun. Now I'm worried. That's a hell of a size of keychain to bloody check all the keys on to see which is the right one. Surely they're numbered or tagged or something.
Not working. To the right. To the right. There it is. There it is.
So what, the door needs electricity to open? And the zombies even want the keys to the shops to get in and get stuff. I may be dead, but I just want the shop. Let me in, guy.
Let it go. Take care of the other one.
And now the zombies are armed. Brilliant.
Stephen, for God's sake, get up to the roof.
We can't leave those guys down there.
Yeah, but you're more of a threat to them down there with them than you would be up on the roof with the girl. So take her advice, guys.
Watch it! Watch it!
Hey, let's get the stuff we need. I'll get a television and a radio.
Oh, lighter fluid. Yeah, sharp.
All the important stuff they're gathering. Yeah, he does look a bit like a zombie. I can see why you got a bit shocked, mate.
Hey, man, you can't carry all that shit.
The makeup turned out a bit better on the mannequins, though, than the actual zombies.
All right, let's go, brother. The old okey doke.
Okay.
All right.
What's the old okey doke? I'm not familiar with that. I'm familiar with the term, but not what it means in the sense they're using it.
Hey, come on! Over here! Come on over here! That's right. Come on!
Clever. They're going to distract them to the opposite side of the building while they get out with their wheelbarrow full of shopping. More guns is not what you need, guy. You need to stay away from guns. It's not your forte. And now we've got a janitor zombie after this pilot idiot who went on his own with no cover. And he's going to Dirty Harry style this zombie with his Dirty Harry Magnum.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. Buzz, maybe?
Or maybe Flyboy. Where's it coming from?
Flies maybe or maybe Flyboy. 100% right. It's Flyboy. Who again has proved how terrible a shot he is and doesn't understand ricochets, and he's probably damaging all the equipment down there. After the first time, guy, give up. Learn your lesson. Don't be this slow. Of course, you get point blank and you're out of ammo.
Come on, open up.
Maybe I ought to go with you.
And the idiot also left the shotgun behind him. Well, he only chambered one round, it looks like, and he has to keep flicking through the chambers till he gets the right one. Which he eventually did. This guy's a tool. The only thing he brings to the party is the fact that he can fly. Great, they're all going to get eaten. This guy couldn't deal with one zombie. How's he going to deal with three?
Hold it, Flyboy! Don't go into the stairway!
So you see that dummy he just threw off the stairs there? Another little bit of trivia is they only could afford one of those, so they had to reuse it several times for dead zombie scenes, for throwing scenes, etc.
Go!
So Flyboy caused them to leave all their food behind just because he had to be rescued. So now the three guys are going to be in the department store and the poor woman is going to be up on the roof. one of the zombies hiding among the mannequins, perfectly still, until a human ran past, so he must still have a bit of brain power left, this guy.
Cause we want retribution.
Nice, a screwdriver in the brain.
Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
Through the ears, so as not to have to penetrate the thick skull of the zombie.
Oh yeah, we want retribution.
So same trick again, attract all the zombies to one side of the building while they go to the other side to run out. At least Flyboy is good for something here.
Now is the time to save, shoppers, and our weekend sales are popping.
And the zombies still enjoy a bit of marketing, why not?
53-inch slighted china and 6 beautiful beige chairs.
And here come the masses to grab those sensational deals, just like the zombies.
I've been thinking, maybe we got a good thing going here. Maybe we shouldn't be in such a hurry to leave.
Oh, man.
Smart, guys, smart. You've got everything you need here. Power, food, water, guns, ammo, clothes.
Upstairs. Let's go.
Yeah, but you haven't counted on the Hare Krishna zombie, which is coming to get you guys. Well, he's coming to get the girl.
Get me a screwdriver and something to stand on for down there.
I know where the tools are. Why don't you grab that stool over there?
Again, why are they leaving their guns behind? They already seen one zombie hiding as a mannequin.
Stephen?
No, it ain't Stephen, it's a Hare Krishna. I don't know which is scarier, a Hare Krishna or a zombie Hare Krishna. If you've ever encountered them on the street trying to convert you, you know what I mean. I guess this Hare Krishna zombie is using his dead weight to move that door. Did you get it? Dead weight? I know. Terrible, isn't it? Good dad joke from me. What has she got in that handbag that she so desperately needs? A gun? What's that she's got in her hand? A curling iron? No, a flare. Sorry. Going to distract him by going, hey, look, bright light. Over here. Fetch, Fido. Ah, like Train to Busan, the zombies don't like the light. Oh no, not this guy going to shoot.
Don't shoot. I hear you downstairs.
Exactly, do not shoot.
Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience.
That zombie just died from a simple rifle butt to the head.
You should see all the great stuff we got, Franny. All kinds of stuff. Well, this place is terrific.
But what I don't understand is why would they hide out in the stock room? Why couldn't they just hide out in the department store where everything is that they have to take and then bring back up to the stock room, risking their lives?
The president today has sent to Congress a package of initiatives aimed at what sources call a most sweeping set.
So the president is still in power according to the radio. And I presume at this stage they would have to consider using, I wouldn't use nukes, but maybe napalm or something equivalent where they'd burn out the cities and kill the zombies that way. Give me your ideas for clearing out cities of zombies in a situation like this.
Do you want to abort it? It's not too late, and I know how.
So his girlfriend is pregnant, and the black guy is offering to do an abortion, and he knows how, so he must have done them before. Now, it has been a few years since I've seen this as well, but I know in the 2004 remake, they had the whole zombie baby being born, but I don't remember that being in this one, so I guess we'll see.
That chopper up there could give us away if somebody comes messing around.
What are they gonna do, land another pilot to fly it out?
I think I agree with the black cop here because people will come for the food and water. It is a shopping mall, and if they see the helicopter, they'll try and kidnap the pilot to get out as well.
It's so bright and neatly wrapped, you don't see that it's a prison too. Stephen, let's just take what we need and keep going.
And there's that commentary on consumerism again. Do you not see that you're trapped in this place? It's a prison. Can we not just take what we need and move on? Very heavy words there, mate.
Damn it, Fran. We've got everything we need right here.
Experiments with hallucinogens have been done in These involve producing an agent to cloud the brain.
If you hear in the background on the radio, the guy is talking about the government experimenting with hallucinogens to cloud and disrupt the zombie brains. So they're going to dope up all the zombies in LSD. Won't that make them more likely to eat flesh than less likely?
These creatures cannot be considered human. They prey on humans. They do not prey on each other.
So is this guy's point that the zombies are actually a new species, that they've evolved beyond human?
These creatures are nothing but pure, motorized instinct.
Okay, so he's not saying they have evolved, they have devolved into a new species.
They must be destroyed on sight.
I don't know why anyone's arguing with that, Doctor. That seems like sound advice to me. Kill them if they're going to eat you. Done.
From the point of view of a viral disease, they're doing various laboratory tests to see if they can deal with it in that way.
So this is probably where The Walking Dead got the whole idea of a virus, and Z Nation and several other zombie shows.
I would have made you all coffee and breakfast, but I don't have my pots and pans.
Little feminist joke there and jibe at the guys.
Sorry you found out I'm pregnant, because I don't want to be treated any differently than you treat each other.
Oh, hey, Fran, come on.
And I'm not going to be den mother for you guys.
So genuine question to all my viewers. If you had a pregnant woman in your group, would you take her with you, or would you consider her a burden? Remember, this is a life or death zombie apocalypse situation. What would you do?
I don't know about you two, but I want to learn how to fly that helicopter.
More thinking, girls. Succession planning in case anything happens to Flyboy.
And I don't want you to leave me without a gun again. I just might be able to figure out how to use it.
Oh, nice jibe by Flyboy there, given that he was pissed she asked for a gun. In fairness, based on what I've seen from him, I think I would trust her more with it. She can't do any worse.
How about it?
Getting it.
So they're going to use the truck, if I remember, to barricade the entrance to this shopping centre to prevent others from getting in, assuming that they won't be able to get through the zombies to get on the roof. For all fans of classic horror movies, I do have collections of Hammer horror movies, all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, all the Chuckies, all the Conjurings, all the Dario Argentos. So I'll be putting all of those up on polls over the next few months, so just bear with me and we'll get to all these classic horror movies over time.
Hey, where's Flyboy? Where's his 20?
Hey, probably up in the roof with Fly Girl.
So Flyboy is hovering behind them, even though he's supposed to be on the roof. I presume just to make sure they get there. He's loving this, running through all these zombies. A bit of ultra-violence, as they would say in Clockwork Orange. Again, I don't know why Flyboy is just hovering there, wasting helicopter fuel, man. Just land on the roof, you're not going to be able to do anything. So I guess these are zombie truckers, since the zombies tend to flock around what they used to know in real life, according to the patch guy on the television.
Look!
Again, what's the point of Flyboy? He's shouting look, but he has no radio to communicate with him. Come on, dude, get your rifle. Come on, man. Exactly what? I agree with the black cop here. Headshots, mate, headshots, you know this. Well, I suppose at least Flyboy warned the black cop in the truck to go and help the other guy. Now, because it's viral, because that's what the guy on the television said, they think it's viral, he's got the blood on him now. So, like 28 days later, And Brendan Gleeson's character is going to become infected, no?
I got him! Roger, move!
No! Roger's pissed. He ain't gonna move.
We got him, didn't we?
Roger just had a close call with death, so he's a bit freaked out.
You alright?
Perfect, baby. Perfect.
He doesn't look perfect. He looks a bit like Jack Nicholson in The Shining with the hair. And again, just a thought, but why wouldn't they use the semi-trucks just to go around and run over all the zombies and save themselves a load of ammo since they're driving the trucks anyway? Roger's lost it, definitely. That guy was trying to take a bite out of his ass.
Damn motherfucking sons of bitches!
Fair play, lady. You saved Roger there. And you're definitely better with a gun than Flyboy is.
You better screw your head on.
Yeah, come on. Let's go.
I mean it, man!
Now, you're not just playing with your life, you're playing with mine.
Exactly. Cop yourself on, guy.
Go!
Raj, come on.
What's in the bag that is so important he gets it? All these ammo and stuff?
Roger, watch it! Damn!
Roger's got bitten, man. He's done. He's going to become a zombie. He was taking too many risks there, in fairness. He got away with it once or twice, but as they say, third time lucky. For the zombies, that is. I wonder what they're going to think. I can't remember. Did they chop the arm off? Oh, it's his leg, sorry.
That's it! Bullshit!
It's a lot harder to chop that off than an arm.
Man, there's a lot to get done before you can afford to lose me.
Do they even know it's transmitted by bite yet either? It's his arm and his leg.
You sure you're gonna make it?
Oh, I think he'll make it alright, but the question is he going to turn into a zombie? To be honest, I've forgotten more of this movie than I thought I would. It has been, like, I've seen it 3-4 times in the past, but I have forgotten quite a bit. And for some reason they're playing African safari music in the gun shop. But I'm not aware of many safaris in the USA where this shopping centre is located.
Don't try to shoot through those gates. Openings are too small. Bullet will wind up chasing us around in here.